Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of Dynamic Mortgage Concepts, red corner. Please make welcome, Sean Datte. And now, fighting out of the blue corner, shooting center, blue corner. Please make welcome, Bryan Mortensen. This professional 155-pound MMA bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Referee, Tim Mills.
Our red corner fighter, Sean Datte, wearing the flag-style trunks, facing it off against his opponent out of the blue corner. He, of course, is in the black trunks, Mr. Bryan Mortensen. In this, a 155-pound fight.
Sean Datte stepping up on short notice to take this fight, making his professional debut, but both of these guys have had great amateur careers. Sean Datte going 6-2 in his amateur career. Never stopped, very durable guy. Bryan Mortensen hailing out of Minnesota, 10-5, but he's perfect, 3-0 as a professional.
Good start to a pro career.
All 3 wins coming by way of submission. Oh!
Sits Datte down for just a moment.
Heavy hands. That did not look like much, but it was enough. He clipped him. Oh, Mortensen fails with the throw, goes for the judo throw, fails. Datte lands up on top, but wow, what power in his hands.
Datte gonna have chance to recover here.
To see that replay again.
Mortensen going for the turn. Trying to set up the Kimura, can use that either as a submission or as a sweep off of his back, I'm speaking of.
Yeah, just clipped the chin right, sent Datte down to the canvas. A flash knockdown there, but Datte looks to have recovered now. Mortensen went for the throw, didn't get it, but man, he's got strong hips. Almost gets that Upa sweep again.
And has the arm extended. Corner of Mortensen screaming, break it. I don't think he has the angle on there for that. And Mortensen taking a second, looking over at his corner and actually giving him a smile.
Oh, he's bent the elbow now, but that's a good little combination. You go for the Upa sweep, the guy defends, and you go for the Kimura. He's tried it a couple times. Datte seems to be getting wise to it, but he attacks it right on the opposite side again.
Guy defends the Kimura by straightening his arm, go for the straight arm bar. Has to bend his arm for that, go back to the Kimura.
That's right, the old 1-2, and Mortensen just physically a strong guy. You know, coming out of Minnesota, as you guessed it, his wrestling is phenomenal, and all 3 of his professional wins by way of submission. But right now it's Datte who's looking for the finish, landing here. Mortensen just covering up. I think he's hurt.
Looks like it.
He's got that left hand trapped.
And that's going to be for shots to the back of the head.
I hate to see
so
that.
Datte going to lose position here.
Look to be finishing the fight.
And Mortensen going to be given time to recover. So.
And it wasn't anything intentional. It's just that Mortensen turned his head, back of his head into the strikes. And to me, it's like you can't blame the guy on top for that. You know, you're looking for the finish. You're smelling blood. You're landing good. And the guy turns his head into the strike.
Yep, and they talk about that in the rules meeting, and they say if he turns his head, it's not a foul, but, you know, it's a call that happens at the referee's discretion, and so he must have seen maybe more than one. Maybe the first one he didn't count, and the second one he did, but I'll tell you, they're very particular about back-of-the-head strikes in Colorado. They're not going to let anything go. If they don't see some part of your glove, forearm, elbow touching the ear and forward, they're going to call it.
Yeah, but most importantly, Datte loses that dominant position. He looked to be close to finishing the fight, but it's him who powers into a double leg and finishes.
Puts it right back down. See if the altitude begins to affect the Minnesota fighter. As you were talking about the strength that he was putting into those moves, that can be something that's really draining on a fighter.
And there it is, Datte going for that Von Flue choke from the side mount. When a guy attacks the guillotine like that, you can actually use your shoulder, as he's doing under the chin of Mortensen. He needs to get that iso grip with his hands right now. You can see him trying to close his fingers.
Mortensen trying to squeeze on the guillotine, but he's not going to get it from there.
No, if anyone's going to finish the choke, it's Datte from here. He needs to close those hands. He loses it, but he remains in side control.
Datte was on the far side away from the choking arm, so that means he's not going to be caught up in the guillotine. And it surprises me that Mortensen put that much time and that much energy into that choke.
And right now, Datte in the dominant position. Let's see how good his side control game here as we're closing in on the final minute of the first round. He needs to keep that left underhook. Forget about striking with that. The only way that Mortensen's going to escape is if Datte loses that left underhook. Get that underhook, pull him away from the cage. Set up your game from side control.
Nice heavy hips being shown by Datte here. Mortensen, as hard as he was working to escape earlier in the round, not really bucking the hips, not really getting onto a hip or trying to turn or run the hips away or anything.
No, he just kind of surviving here, maybe just looking to recover to catch some of his explosive strength and energy back as we close in on 30 seconds to go in the first.
Quite possibly so. Knows that there's just short time left in the fight, knows that he's safe, not going to eat a lot of really damaging shots. So like you said, maybe just trying to take the round rest break a little early, but
it's Datte attacking the Kimura.
And knee on belly.
He's in a good position if he could step over the head with that right leg, and he uses the cage to his advantage, and that's deep. He might finish this.
Very close to the end of the round.
Oh!
And Mortensen, you can see the look on his, and I don't think Datte,
A little late with the horn there, but wow, Datte was close to finishing. Definitely took that round.
Yeah, it was.
Big round for Datte.
I was going to say, up until right at the very end there, Mortensen, you can see the look on his face. He knew he was okay, but then right at the end, Datte got that little bit of crank. They say in jiu-jitsu all the time, it's just a matter of degrees, and Datte was getting that last few degrees on that crank there.
Yes, those little fine details make all the difference, and Datte right before the bell was able to step over the head, and he was in a great position to finish that Kimura. Big round for Datte.
I need the money, the cash, just throw it in the bag. The money, the cash. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. The cash, just throw it in the bag. The money, the cash. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. Just throw it in the bag, the money, the cash.
Well, you talked about the wrestling prowess of Mortensen, but it was Datte putting the takedowns to good effect.
Hit that power double caught Mortensen on the fence, and when you're on the fence, you cannot sprawl your hips back. Datte was able to finish, and we'll see. He looks to be the fresher fighter here. He's the one who's used to this altitude. Let's see how Mortensen holds up here in the second.
And boy, for a short notice fight, what great shape Datte is in. You know, they stay ready to fight, then you don't have to.
Oh,
my goodness!
This fight is all over. Wow! Right on the neck.
Right to start out round number 2, just brought the shin around the head. Mortensen saying, no, I'm fine, and everybody in the audience saying, nah, you're not.
But you see how he set that up beautifully. He looked down towards the leg, reached kind of down towards the leg. All Mortensen was thinking about was, I do not want to be taken down again.
Exactly.
And boom, shin to the neck. Mortensen goes limp. Datte gets the finish.
You're exactly right. It was the takedowns in round number 1 that set up that kick. That kick was set up from halfway through the first round.
That's right. He did not want to be put on his back again and give up another round.
And
Datte.
Mortensen with a quick recovery, saying, he clocked me there a little bit, but I was still okay to go. And I'm going to say it was a good stoppage by the referee.
Good
I'm sure
stoppage.
we'll get a replay on that, but let's get the official word.
In the cage, 13 seconds, round number 2. Referee Mills has got to stop to this fight, declaring your winner by TKO, Sean Datte.
Unbelievable pro debut from Sean Datte, victorious. Head kick, actually neck kick, sends Mortensen limp, hops all over him, takes him out, finishes him off with punches, gets the TKO in the second in his pro debut. Taking the fight on only 2 days' notice. Great job by Sean Datte.